Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at one of my older master grades, the Gp03 Stamen from the series Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. I made some comments about this kit in a previous review, and I had a request to do this review. I'm happy to take requests. So we're going to have a look at this kit and see what we got. Now, first thing that starts off, this is a core fighter base kit. And a very large core fighter. This is probably one of the biggest core fighters of any Gundam I've ever seen. Kind of gives a jet fighter look, which looks a little more realistic than some core fighters. And they give you a core block as well, which I did not build. I only did the core fighter. I'll talk about that why in a little bit. You have to separate into two parts when you transform it. You take out the back, move the engines up, and you bend the front half around, and that becomes part of the chest. And the transformation in the back half can be a little tricky. Front half isn't exactly perfect either. You see the top and the bottom there. You're going to plug them together. When you do, this little red section here, which acts as the opening for the cockpit, wants to pop open a lot, so you got to be careful how you do that. Back section plugs in fine, no problem there. Now, in terms of posability, the head, you don't get a whole lot, but you get some movement out of the head. It's pretty good. Elbows get a nice big bend. Shoulders go anywhere, no problem there. The shoulders will not come out, but that's about standard for the age of this master grade. The hips on this kit, yeah, that's about as far as you're going to spread the legs. The hips are pretty lousy. The ankles aren't much better. You get some side-to-side movement and barely any front to back. The knees you get a decent bend out of, but you're probably never going to bend them because you need those firmly planted on the ground for balance. Thrusters on the back are on a pivot, so they will move if you want them to. Move from straight back to more of a downward angle. To fix the posability issues, I wanted to put this on an action base, but no, that ain't going to happen because that crotch piece is way too thick, so you can't put it on an action base. You have 3 stickers on the kit, which is a little too much for a master grade, especially those big stickers on the legs. And as you can see, there is a ton of panel lining and painting to do. You got a lot of black to add to this kit. So detailing it can be a pain in the butt. See, all those engines need to be painted, the lines on the legs, on the hips. One feature is this kit has this grapple arm that'll come out of the arm. The arm will bend around and it'll come out. It'll do it on both arms. This is kind of neat, but the problem is I never find a use for it. This is kind of meant to be used with the Dendrobium pack. This is called some Waldo arms. They come out and they move the parts of the Dendrobium around, but without the Dendrobium, you're never going to use this. At least I never do. Accessories, you do get 2 beam sabers, pink blades. The blades can be stored in the backpack, which is really the back of the core fighter, but it's a giant pain in the butt to get them in and out, so I don't even bother. The hands are not standard 3-1 in the thumb, they are 4 in the thumb. And the hands come in 3 styles, grip hand, an open style grip hand, and a flat out wide open hand. Why they didn't do a standard 3-1 in the thumb on this kit, I have no clue. Probably would have made things a little easier in holding some of the weapons. Standard beam rifle. Handle will move. Nothing too spectacular about this. The shield is kind of neat though. It can fold in half as so. And hooks onto the arm just fine. Ammo packs stored in the shield. Can be switched out. You see, there they are on the shield. Can be switched out and taken off the gun. So you can act as if the Gundam is reloading if you want. If you can pull off that pose. The plug for the arm plugs right into the side of the arm there. No real problems. And the bar there grips onto the shield. You also get this bazooka, which folds in half for no apparent reason. But as you can see, it is a heck of a bazooka, and it looks kind of nice. It's a fairly nice weapon, and when I first got this kit, it's like, oh, I'm going to have it posed all the time with that bazooka. That's a great bazooka. The problem being, the only real way you can get it to hold the bazooka is like this, which isn't exactly graceful. Getting this sucker to hold the bazooka in any kind of decent pose is nearly impossible. You can see I'm trying to straighten it, trying to get a little more even, and yeah, there goes the hand as it fails at the wrist. So you really can't do much with that bazooka. Decals, not a whole lot really. You get the 03 on the shoulder, the Stamen name a couple of different places. Not a whole lot of decals, nothing spectacular there. The only thing I can't really show you in this review is the pain in the butt in building this. Their parts don't fit together quite right. There are a lot of bad nubs. There's a lot of, frustration in building this kit. And usually with Master Grades, things are nice and smooth. Not with this kit. The accessories, they hold them all right besides the bazooka, but there's nothing really spectacular here. Like I said, the hands are a pain in the butt. 3-1 in the thumb probably would have fixed some of these problems, but overall this kit can be exceedingly frustrating. Final thoughts on this kit. As you probably guessed, I'm not giving this kit a thumbs up. This might be my least favorite Master Grade I've ever built. It's a close tie between this and the Victory. Not sure which is worse, but I'm not going to recommend this kit. You have no reason to buy it. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me vent. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them. I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Stay tuned for more. Always got more reviews coming. Please leave a comment. You guys know I love reading them. And I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. See, you know what your problem is? You don't like me as a Master Grade because I'm incomplete. I don't have the Dendrobium pack. If I had the Dendrobium pack, you would think I was an awesome Master Grade. You would love me. And oh, funny. Real funny. Shoebox Gundam. I get it. I get it. Funny.